6 terrifying cave moments caught on camera. Lock in by Chezoid. Let's do this
YouTuber
thing.
named Alex from the channel Cantrell Caving is known for exploring some of the most dangerous, narrow, and unpredictable.
I would not go cave
systems
diving.
in
I'm
the
gonna keep it a
world.
buck.
But this time, his passion nearly cost him his life.
Caver panics and almost drowns.
On November 3rd, 2020,
Dude, that looks like wild. Like,
of
actually.
5 young men,
Looks crazy.
including Alex and his close friend Jacob, set out to explore a cave they had never been in before. The plan was
Dude, imagine the snakes. Wait, are snakes when you are there snakes when you cave dive? Are there snakes when you cave dive? Actually, don't know.
simple. Follow the rope,
Oh, I know for a fact there's spiders. I'm good off that.
reach the end, and document the journey. But
Yet?
simple. Follow the
Better not let me
rope.
behind that dirty butt.
reach the end, and document the journey. But nothing ever goes exactly as planned underground. At first, everything seemed fine. Headlamps on.
Dude. I panic when I can't get my blanket off of my head. There's no shot I'm doing this. There's no shot I'm doing this. I literally panic when the blanket is somehow stuck on my head. There's no shot I'm doing this.
Boots laced, spirits high. They moved deeper inside.
Okay, I'm not tripping. Those walls are literally caving in.
Unaware that the
I know I'm not tripping.
conditions had already changed.
I know I'm
and
not tripping.
fast.
Are they crawling like this? Or are they on their hands and knees? Because there's no way they're on their hands and knees. Sorry for pausing.
Not long into their descent, they found themselves battling rising
What's the
water.
point of cave dive?
The cave's narrow passages were partially flooded, making
Did I just hear rising water?
every step harder and far more dangerous.
Oh,
The
they're
air was heavy
swimming.
with moisture, and the rocks were slick.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you'd have to pay me a lot of money too, bro. To go cave diving, you'd literally have to pay me $1 million. I'd go cave diving for $1 million.
Every step
Maybe even 5.
forward took them deeper, both into the cave and into the
Like,
unknown.
how do you fit through that? How?
What happens if you pee in a wetsuit? Just asking for.
It just stays.
I'm asking for a friend.
It just stays with it.
Dude.
Last minute emergency heat source.
They were still laughing, talking about reaching the end of the
Nothing's funny, bro. Nothing is funny, bro, chachos.
But beneath the surface, tension was starting to build. Jacob, who had scouted part of the route ahead, tried
Holy
to
blue
warn them.
eyes.
Some sections are completely underwater. You'll have to duck your head just to get through. There's no way to breathe in parts of it.
All hex to the no. I'm good off that. I'm gonna be honest. No.
Go right as soon as you go right. Okay, gotcha.
Still, the group pushed forward, following the rope and hoping nothing would go.
And they have to be on their back. Because there's no way they can be on their stomach and look at that. Or else their head would just scratch the would you call this a roof? What would you call this
wrong.
exactly?
But as they went deeper into the flooded tunnel, fear began to show on Alex's face. His
Dude, you'd see fear on my face first 10 seconds. First 5 seconds of walking up to it, no cap.
confidence faded. His movements grew tense and frantic. The water level kept
Heck no,
rising
bro.
until it filled his ears, and the
Oh,
only
heck
way
no.
to breathe was to tilt his head straight up toward the ceiling. The deeper he crawled, the more unstable he became, until suddenly, everything went wrong.
You going, Jacob? Oh, he just bailed.
No! 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 Stop. What's happening? Stop. You good, bro?
You're good.
What's happening? Did they just fall?
my god! I'm coming out. Alright, we'll back it out.
One of Alex's friends panicked. Struggling to
Oh,
breathe,
wow.
he grabbed onto Alex in desperation, nearly dragging
Ah.
them both underwater.
Heck
Cold,
no.
Water, darkness, claustrophobia. In a cave,
No, bro.
panic is your
No.
worst enemy.
Stop.
Despite the chaos, they somehow managed to keep their heads above water. Inch by inch,
Like, what is the point of cave diving, dude? Like, for real. For realsies, dude. What is the point of cave diving? I would rather skydive. I'm being 100% honest.
they pulled themselves back toward the light. By the time they reached an open space, both Alex and his friend
Dude.
were scraped, bruised, and completely
No
exhausted.
crap,
It could
bruh.
have ended very differently. They were lucky to survive.
Stuck in a tight gap.
This man was exploring a cave when he reached a dangerously narrow passage. Determined to push forward, he squeezed himself into the tight gap and nearly became stuck.
Okay.
The video was uploaded to YouTube on January 10th,
Smothered
2022,
in
under the title
claustrophobic
Smothered in a
Cave.
Claustrophobic Cave. The man behind the channel, Caveman Hikes, has posted dozens of similar videos where he successfully escapes caves after long and risky explorations. But in this video, things look far more tense.
So far, I haven't felt like that squeeze, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to take the light with me, is the problem.
No. No. I would, say I'm a psycho going cave diving. If I don't have a light, I'm gonna be honest, I'm bashing my head into a brick wall. One of the walls. Dung, dung, dung. I'm not gonna lie. Invincible to Conquest style. Gonna be honest.
If I go Superman style, I can certainly get through, but then my clothes are gonna bunch up, and it'll look cool on camera, but very uncomfortable bunching clothes up and backing up at the same time. So one of the nice things about these is you can use your feet for leverage, and you can't see that, but I take my feet and I pinch it up against the ceiling,
Okay.
and then I use that to leverage myself backwards.
Is he going down right now?
I'm leveraging myself through here, and I fit okay. It didn't look like I was gonna, but I'm pretty much. I just have a hard time leveraging myself to my.
I mean, right now he's
knuckle.
I don't know, stuck.
But it's gonna be a little lossy here.
Ah, dude, that's making me
He keeps trying
uncomfy.
to push deeper into the cave, but eventually realizes he's almost completely trapped.
Oh,
Trying to give you a decent view of what's going on in my little gumdrop's life here. I'll bring you closer. There we go. So it's all about leverage, and I don't know where my feet are here, but I'm working my way.
what do you mean?
through
Whoa,
here.
whoa. What? You don't know where your feet are? Huh?
As I can. I can't turn and see. You see, this is the problem with the clothes bunching up.
Yeah.
My knee pad's caught.
Oh. GG's. 07 in the chat. Holy moly.
Okay.
At that moment, he decides not to risk it any further.
He's doing this alone, by the way, chat. He's doing this alone. Chat, he's doing this alone. A-L-O-N-E. Alone. No one else with him. Besides the camera. Now, this video was posted, so obviously he got out. Let's go.
Begins
Like,
carefully
dang!
backing out the way he came. Fortunately, he manages to escape without
Yep.
any injuries.
Lost in Petty John
This story
Cave.
comes from the YouTube channel Action Adventure Twins, run by two brothers, James and Edward. Since early 2020,
Shout out James and
they've
Edward.
been exploring dangerous and extremely tight cave
Yeah.
systems,
Sorry. I
documenting
am
their
a loser,
underground
Chud.
adventures. But in March 2021,
Wow, okay, that
one of
looks
their
cool.
expeditions brought them terrifying.
That does not. Like, brother. What? Does this turn people on? Like, sorry if that's weird, but like, that's a serious question. Does this, like, actually, like, hello? Like, do people see this tiny hole that they could barely probably fit in? Maybe with a little gap. Like, realistically, a human is barely fitting into this. And do they like, oh, yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, it's like, how, bro?
Close to
Holy
death.
moly.
They decided to explore the well-known Petty John Cave in Georgia.
I've been there in Minecraft. I'm 90% sure.
By that time, they had already visited several sections of this sprawling
Okay, like, this looks cool. It's you walking, you're not going through no tight spaces. That looks sick.
maze-like cave system, even discovering an underground
That looks cool. It's a underground
waterfall
yep.
during one of their previous trips.
That looks epic,
They
no?
felt confident
That
to
does not!
take on the challenges of this underground labyrinth. However, this time, their goal was one of the most difficult sections of the cave, appropriately named the Nervous Breakdown.
This one's tight.
Like, brother, man. First of all, why does it look fake as freak? And second of all, no. Please. I'm literally like, yo, my heart is like pumping because of this video. I'm not even gonna lie.
A title that perfectly describes the mental state
How?
of anyone attempting to pass
First of all, how do they get out? Do they have like a rope that they follow? That's a serious question.
through it. The beginning of the trip went smoothly. The brothers squeezed through a narrow entrance and reached the first open chamber of the
Dude.
cave. But soon, The passages began to narrow again, forcing them to crawl
Yeah,
through
he's connected
tighter
to a
and
thing.
tighter spaces.
Noticing.
After about 25 minutes of crawling, they faced their first serious obstacle. A muddy chamber with a deep, narrow pit in the middle that had to be carefully skirted along the edge. One wrong move would mean falling into a tight shaft with almost zero chance of climbing back out. The slippery walls and lack of solid footing would make it nearly impossible to pull someone out. After safely passing this
Imagine you
dangerous area,
fall, bro. Imagine you tumble over, brother. Humpty Dumpty on some calm stuff, though. You go, donk, donk.
they finally reached the entrance to the...
Then you're dead!
nervous
Then you're dead if you're not dead. You have major injuries, and how are they going to get you, bro? Like, actually, they can't just drill do a hole through the hole, you feel what I mean?
down.
Like, holy.
To their frustration, part of the surrounding area had collapsed, making it much harder to find a safe route forward. Rocks were scattered
It collapsed? You mean to tell me? It collapsed?
everywhere. Narrow drops surrounded them, and pitch-black darkness filled the space.
Stop.
After a long search, Edward eventually located an entrance and decided to go down, leaving his brother above as a backup. in case
Shout out
something
Edward,
went
bro.
wrong. He had no idea that this decision would become one of the biggest mistakes of his life. After descending a bit deeper,
That just looks like
Edward
it's gonna
tried
fall.
to contact his brother, but there was no response.
I found a rope.
Silence. Can't hear anything. Literally.
I don't hear James anymore.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
He suddenly found himself in a nightmare
Batteries? How are they stuck to the wall?
scenario, lost in an unknown part of the cave with no way to communicate. At first, he tried to stay calm and continued moving, still hoping he would meet James somewhere ahead. But after 30 minutes of searching and calling out with no answer, the reality of the situation began to sink in. He knew that panic was the worst possible reaction, but anxiety was slowly taking over. After countless failed attempts to locate his brother, Edward decided to retrace his steps, only to realize how difficult that would be.
James! James!
Dude.
It's been like 30 minutes since the
Dude.
last saw him.
Heck no.
I don't even know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him,
Mm-mm.
and everything just looks the same.
Heck no. I'm good, bruh.
It's just a jumble maze.
Every direction looked exactly the same in the dim light of his headlamp. Narrow tunnels and uneven rock walls offered no landmarks to help him remember where he had come from. With every step, the situation became more desperate. A single wrong choice could leave him wedged in a passage too tight to escape. Or worse, he could fall into a hidden fissure.
Ooh, that would suck.
Even without
Wait,
physical
fissure? Like fishing?
injury, it would be easy to wander in circles until exhaustion took over. The recording, which began with excitement as he entered the nervous breakdown, could have ended as a tragic documentation of his final moments. After what felt like endless
Did he
wandering
die?
in circles, Edward finally spotted
No.
a small but familiar detail. A piece
Oh.
of marker tape he had noticed earlier on his
Hey!
way down. Following it, he was finally able to find his way back.
James! Oh,
Dude, that must feel so relieving.
oh, dude.
Dude, that must feel like crazy relief. You feel what I'm saying?
This place is a maze, man.
Oh, hey, I see your light.
Dude. I thought we were never gonna see each other. Dude, I know. Oh.
After reuniting, the brothers stayed together for the rest of the expedition.
I mean,
And
yeah,
eventually
I would
made it
too.
safely out of the cave without serious injuries. This experience didn't stop them from exploring caves. They continue to upload videos to their YouTube channel, but now they do so with far more caution and
That's
much
sand?
better preparation.
How do you even grip that? Trapped in rising water.
The following story took place in January 2014.
Okay, that looks kind of awesome at the top. Kind of looks beautiful. But this,
When a group of cave explorers set out to conquer Lost John's Cave in Lancashire, England.
Okay, that's cool.
This impressive cave system
That's not.
stretches for about 3 miles, with known depths reaching around 700 feet. Most of the team had years of caving experience behind them, and, like many seasoned explorers, they were confident in their abilities. They carefully
What are they
prepared for the
wearing?
expedition, studying maps, planning their route, and packing.
Got almost full diamond and a couple. Got almost full iron and a couple.
The necessary gear.
Got almost full diamond. Ah! Got almost full iron and a couple diamond. Nice.
Route, and packing the necessary gear.
W words.
But in the world of caving, there is a brutal truth.
Is that a hazmat
When
suit?
something goes wrong, no amount of planning can guarantee safety. Even the most experienced explorers can find themselves in life-threatening situations. That is exactly what happened to one member of the group, Bob Johnson.
No.
At first, the expedition went smoothly. The team moved deeper into the cave, using their equipment to overcome each obstacle. But everything changed when they reached a section known as the Tube, an extremely narrow passage that required crawling forward on their stomachs. To make matters worse, part of the passage was filled with water, making visibility and breathing even more difficult. Despite the dangerous conditions, the group decided to continue. The thinnest member went first and managed to squeeze through. Bob Johnson went next, and he was far less fortunate. At first, he made steady progress through the tube, but soon he began to struggle, even in the slightly wider sections.
Is he gonna drown? No!
Somehow he reached the narrowest part of the passage, and that's where his luck ran out.
Huh? No, 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 no.
He became completely wedged from the waist down, and every attempt to free himself only made things worse. Being stuck in such a tight space is already horrifying. The feeling of solid rock squeezing your body, the walls closing in, you can't move, you can barely breathe, and panic begins to creep in. For Bob, the nightmare was just beginning. On top of being trapped,
Yo, Bob is getting the worst of it, dude.
face a far more terrifying threat: rising water. Water makes any caving trip infinitely more dangerous. In a dry cave, even if you get stuck, at least you have time to think, time to plan. But when water starts rising, the situation becomes deadly within minutes.
Like, how do you get through this?
Imagine freezing water slowly climbing up your body while you are trapped in solid rock, unable to move. The terror is indescribable. Bob knew he had only a short time before drowning became a real possibility, and he fought desperately to free himself. But the water soaked through his clothing, making him heavier, and his escape attempts even more hopeless. Just when the situation seemed completely hopeless, one of the team members had an idea. The idea that would ultimately save Bob's life.
Hold on now. Is he going back down?
Yeah, it looks tight. Billy, I get it. Pull it! Pull it!
Instead of trying to push him forward, the team members behind him began carefully pulling him back the way he came, and it worked. Bob was finally freed, though his ordeal was far from over.
Let's go!
Later, he shared in the comments that he and the two teammates who rescued him had to crawl for another 3 hours to escape the cave through an alternative route.
Wow!
This incident left such a deep psychological scar that even today, Bob says he can't watch the footage from that day without experiencing severe anxiety.
Unexplained sound in the tunnel.
This unsettling video was filmed by Jacob, an experienced explorer obsessed with uncovering the secrets of abandoned mines. For nearly 20 years, he had descended into forgotten tunnels, documenting his journeys.
I mean, at least you
and
can
sharing the
walk
hidden history
in
of
this
these
one,
places
sort
with
of,
his viewers.
kind of.
But this time was different. This time he encountered something he would never forget. On the cold, rainy evening of December 5th, 2017, Jacob drove down a dark, deserted road toward another abandoned mine, unaware of what awaited him underground.
Okay, that's the portal to the Waldeck mine. I'm inside. The wind has kind of died down a little bit, and it's not raining, so I managed to stay dry. Of course, I'm inside this little alcove, kind of. But anyway, you come down this little incline path, and then big boulders here you have to climb over, and then the tunnel's right behind
I don't
you.
like how quiet it is, bro. I don't like how peace and quiet it is, bro. Like, actually.
This way. So let's check it out. Let's get in here.
At first, everything seemed normal, almost calm. But the deeper he ventured, the stronger a strange feeling of unease grew inside him
Heck
as he
no.
passed beneath rotting wooden
Ew.
beams, barely holding back the crushing weight of the earth. After more than 15 minutes of walking, something strange appeared on camera.
We're going to take this branching tunnel that we skipped on the way in. I'm assuming that X means a dead end or somebody died.
A faint flash of light deep in the tunnel, like a distant flashlight beam. Though
What?
Jacob didn't notice it at the time, moments later, disturbing sounds began to echo through the tunnel. Soft, whisper-like noises
No,
coming
no,
from
no,
somewhere
no,
just out of sight.
No.
Do you hear that? Sounds like, what, is that wind? I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. Do you hear that?
That's too freaky. Nope.
Stop.
Nope.
Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but that's crazy. Don't know if that's a bird or
Oh, a bird,
I don't know
nice.
what that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but
No.
wow. I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is. So let's get out of here and head back out to the portal. That was weird.
Oh, bruh.
I think I was hearing something. That was strange.
Calm La Cave.
I hear the air blowing here.
It's not air, Swin. What do I tell you?
I'm getting out of here, and
I would too.
you really hear that airflow. I'm getting out of here and heading home.
Uneasy, Jacob turned back toward the entrance. But on his way out, he noticed another tunnel he had missed before, and cautiously decided to investigate.
Looking down the tunnel here.
No.
I don't know why that one chain is swinging back there.
Haunted. Yes.
Don't know if you can see that in the video or not.
Inside, steel chains hung from the ceiling, ordinary at first glance, until he saw one of them slowly swaying back and forth, as if someone had just touched it. That was enough for Jacob. Realizing he was not alone, he immediately left the mine and never looked back. To this day, he still has no explanation for what happened in that tunnel. It remains an unsolved mystery. This
Underground with
unsettling
spiders.
30-minute video was filmed by a man named Daniel, who entered a cave with two of his friends despite having no proper caving experience or equipment. Only a few minutes after going underground,
Now, what makes you say, I kind of want to go cave diving, but I don't got the equipment, I don't got ropes, I don't got gloves, I don't got the proper clothing, but I think I want to risk my life to go some cave diving. What makes you say that, dude? Like, for real. What makes you say that, bro? What makes you say that, bro? Like,
they
actually.
got lost, as anyone would expect. While searching for a way out, Daniel discovered a small chamber crawling with massive spiders.
Ew. Stop.
Oh! I'm not scared of spiders, but there's a shitload of them.
Where?
Okay, spiders, don't touch me and I won't touch you.
And to make things even worse, one of his
y'all
friends
like spiders or
literally
no?
became stuck between the cave walls. At first, the group tried to stay calm and act as if everything was under control. But as the video goes on, the tension rises and panic slowly begins to take over. Fortunately, after a terrifying struggle in the darkness, all three of them eventually managed to find their way out unharmed.
Thank goodness, bro. W
it
video,
starts to,
bro.
like, just like fucking like the spiders. It gets into the back of your mind.
W video, bro. That was a really good video. I'm not even gonna lie. Makes me want to not cave dive. Shout out Chezoid. Chat. If you want to cave dive, do it, but do it a little safe. W video.